People are sick, you ask me.
This was your idea.
I know it was my idea, and when I wake up, I'm gonna apologize. I really need a cigarette. Oh, I can't even think about it. I have to get it out of my head. And how did you wake up early enough to get your makeup on?
I couldn't sleep. Mama's pillows are awful. My things come today, finally.
You want me to help you unpack?
No, it's just a couple of boxes. I'm gonna put everything else in storage till I figure out what I'm doing.
But my mother and me in the same house, the grit's gonna hit the fan.
It's so weird sleeping in my old bed. Last night, Mama actually turned on the nightlight. And everything is so low. Counters, doorknobs, it's just weird.
Because none of that has changed, but you have changed completely.
I guess.
Unlike me, who still wears the same color eyeshadow I wore in high school.
Yeah, but not nearly as much. Are we gonna walk, or are we gonna just sit here?
Oh, I'm all for just sitting.
Come on, in a couple of years we'll need walkers. We won't be able to do this.
All right, this is really gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. We have so much to catch up on. I just feel like we have this whole big chunk of our lives that's missing.
You know what worries me, though? What if it turns out we don't like each other?
Okay, who do you believe? O.J. Simpson or Marcia Clark?
Marcia Clark, even though she blew it.
Which brings me to my next question. Monica Lewinsky or Bill Clinton?
Neither one.
Did you see Titanic?
Oh, no.
We'll like each other.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. In my wild, beautiful world, you will have flown. It isn't now. I'll be gone alone.
Awake since 3. I feel like a kid on the first day of school.
What you gonna wear?
My brown suit,
Professional, respectful, good choice.
it hides my ass.
And it hides your ass.
I just want to spend this first week reading up on the cases, you know, following Graham around. Gotta get used to the system down here, the players. In D.C., that was half the battle.
You know, that Graham is pretty cute. I just thought I'd mention that.
I hadn't noticed.
Liar.
Okay, I noticed. Right now, I gotta concentrate on working with the guy. Technically, I'm his boss.
Is he single?
Will you stop? What happened with Kelly last night?
Don't change the subject.
Did you talk to her teacher?
Oh, yeah, long talk. Turns out she's barely making a C in history.
That's not like her, is it?
Well, it's hard to say which Kelly's going to come in the door these days. The sweet, kind, funny Kelly, or the Kellys whose head spins around on their shoulders.
Wasn't there a decade or so when you put your parents through the same kind of hell?
Yes. And God is certainly paying me back.
I ain't never been in a colored house before. Where's your parents?
Mama's at a meeting and Daddy's in Mississippi. I don't know where Elston is.
Where's your big old black pot?
What?
My Uncle Jimmy says every colored's got a big old black pot. You throw chicken throats and pig lips in. Make some kind of voodoo soup or something.
Well, we don't have a black pot. We have a black skillet, but Mama just cooks bacon in it. Want a soda?
Y'all think Joseph and Mary are colored too?
My daddy says no one really knows.
Hey, this is the kind we drink. Does your tongue turn purple too? What's wrong? Get it in me. Calm down, you old sissy. Bugs ain't gonna hurt you.
Get it out of here.
It's gonna get you. Here you go. Now go find your bug brothers and sisters. Is it purple yet?
But, Graham, I know. Yeah. Yes. Doesn't look like we have much of a choice. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Graham got pulled into court on one of his cases, and I have a continuance hearing in 45 minutes.
Well, you said you wanted to dive right in.
This isn't what I had in mind, Mama.
You sure do look beautiful.
Don't you cry. Don't you cry. I tell you, if you do, I'm gonna cry too, and we are gonna be a mess up in here this morning.
Now, you know that your father is watching over you today.
I know.
And he's smiling. Because everything that he's worked so hard for is in good hands. Your hands. And he knows that you are going to take care of all of it.
There's just one problem. I haven't been in a courtroom in 15 years.
Well, when you walk in there today, baby, your father is going to be right there beside you. Don't you forget that. Okay. Renee, I thought you might want this.
Oh, Mama.
I used to tease him. Say that briefcase gets more loving than I do.
You are determined to make me cry today.
Sorry to do this to you, but I got a judge who wants to go hunting. Hey, Tommy?
How long a postponement do we need?
A couple weeks ought to do it. Might be something you'd want to take on. Trent versus Bishop. Interesting case. Sure had the sap rise in your daddy, let me tell you what. In a nutshell, a woman was raped, got pregnant, had the baby. 8 years later, the rapist is out of jail and is suing for shared custody of the child.
Sounds like a bad joke.
Our client is that woman. Her name's Donna Bishop. Floyd, buddy, how you doing?
Howdy, Graham.
This guy was convicted of raping her. He has no rights to that child. This shouldn't even be a matter before the court. How could a judge legitimize this?
Grotesque and repulsive request, your father's words.
Who's the judge?
Lucius Pearl.
Lucius Pearl.
You know Pearl?
Is he still running for Supreme Court?
More politics than law, but he did grant a restraining order on Trent, and your daddy thought he would never go for that. I need to run. You should have no problem with this, Renee. You're gonna be fine. Huh? Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey. Next on the calendar is Trent versus Bishop. Counsel states your appearance is for the record.
William Boudreau for the petitioner, Your Honor.
Renee Jackson for the respondent?
This matter is set for trial on Thursday. Are there any pretrial matters to attend to?
Yes, Your Honor. As the court may note, I am not the counsel of record. My colleague, Graham Pierce, has a conflict with another case and as such is unable to appear for trial. I would request a short continuance to accommodate his schedule.
Mr. Boudreau?
Your Honor, while petitioner appreciates counsel's scheduling conflicts, along with my condolences to Miss Jackson, with all due respect, this matter has been pending for some time, and as the court knows, there is a temporary restraining order preventing my client from seeing or even approaching his son. Now, we believe it would be in the best interest of the minor to proceed with the trial forthwith.
My condolences as well, Miss Jackson. Your father was a distinguished champion for justice, and it is an honor to see his mighty legacy continue in my courtroom. However, I agree with the petitioner. I granted the restraining order based on your father's contention that the matter would be tried promptly.
Mr. Pierce had every intention of doing so, Your Honor, but...
Does your office represent Miss Bishop?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many lawyers in your office?
2.
Why can't you try the case?
I am not familiar with the case.
You have 2 days to get familiar with it. So unless you want me to dissolve the restraining order, I'm afraid the trial date will remain. That is all.
14 times I asked Kelly if she had any laundry. Look at this.
We have a screwdriver.
It's 6 inches away from you, but let me come over there and pick it up for you, okay? You know, one of these days I'm gonna go on strike here. So don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, let me know so I don't cross the picket line. Did she tell you about the trip her Spanish class is taking? Only cost $600.
What?
4 days and 3 nights in Mexico City.
Tequila, salsa, handsome young men. Hell, I want to go. We can't afford that.
Well, Doc says in a month I'll be back at work. Maybe we can.
Just set us back, Collier.
A step or two.
More than that.
Okay, 3.
I'd like to get that money back in the kids' college fund before we fly Kelly off to Mexico.
Oh, shoot, Shug. With me back at work, money we save on beer alone will get the kids through college.
What do you think? Can you handle this?
Number one, I don't think it's fair to our client.
After your father's death, she spoke with other attorneys. We're the only ones who take it on pro bono.
Number two, I could only find one case that's even close to being on point. Kelsey versus Blackburn, 2nd District, Division 3, California.
Now, that's Lucius Pearl. Independent as a pig on ice. You give him a precedent to set, he's happy. You can do this, Renee. That's what you come down here for, right? To fight the good fight. Your father thought you could handle it.
My father thought I could be president. Do we have a law clerk? A secretary? How am I supposed to prepare for trial?
We have Odessa. She was here this morning, but she started retaining water and her feet swell up something awful. I think she left some messages on your desk.
It's a wonder she even found my desk.
Hey, Donna, how are you?
Sorry, I'm early.
No, it's kind of perfect timing. I want you to meet James' daughter, your new attorney. Donna Bishop, Renee Jackson.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks. I met him at a fraternity party. It was my sophomore year in college. His name was Carter Trent. We went for a walk. I was pretty drunk. He was wasted. We wound up at Douglas Park, made out a little bit. I wanted to stop. He didn't, so he raped me.
How soon after that did you realize you were pregnant?
I knew that night. I just knew.
Why didn't you have an abortion?
I don't believe in abortion. Look, Ben is almost 8. It hasn't been easy, but we've done okay. Until now. The thought of this bastard being a part of Ben's life and my life, it's not gonna happen.
The judge considers one thing, Donna, what's in the best interest of the child.
I am so sick of hearing that. The best interest of the child? How the hell is it in my son's best interest to know his father is a rapist?
What have you told Ben?
About his father? I told him he's dead. What would you tell your child?
Probably the same thing.
He's still raping me. When I got the subpoena, he raped me. When I had to swab Ben's mouth for the DNA test, he raped me. Going to court, and if they win, your father told me that would never happen. He told me not to worry. Now, can you promise me the same thing?
Look, I'm not going to sit in a courtroom for 7 years listening to expert testimony that rape is bad. Nor do I want to hear a multitude of pronouncements on the wonders of biology. So, I have a suggestion to make. Miss Jackson, will you stipulate tomorrow that if Mr. Boudreau calls his expert witnesses based on his previously submitted depositions, that they will each testify that it is in the best interest of the child to have contact with his father?
As long as they will likewise stipulate that our experts have called to the stand will say the exact opposite.
I would expect nothing less. Counselor, how about it?
So stipulated.
All right, good. Now, I want to meet this boy. I want to talk to him myself. Can you arrange for something sometime this afternoon? We'll meet here in Chambers.
Your Honor, the mother is very protective.
Won't take more than an hour.
With all due respect, this case has so disrupted her life to put her and her son through even more evaluations.
Mr. Trent met with me. Gladly, I might add. I think your client might want the same consideration.
Again, Your Honor, Mr. Trent is the petitioner. And while his willingness to meet with you may appear as cooperation...
You see it as manipulation. Do you know how many deadbeat dads I have to track down? In a time when so many men are running from their responsibility, Mr. Trent stepped forward. He deserves to be heard, and he deserves the benefit of an open mind. Until and unless, Counselor, you can convince me otherwise. Now, are you going to arrange this meeting for me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. This afternoon, get back with me on the time. Oh, Billy Boy, we're going to have to change our tee-off time this weekend. Can we make it 6?
6 it is, Your Honor.
I want to test out this new putt. Oh. All right.
It's painful. Oh, no. Counsel? I think...
Miss Jackson. I'm outlaw that. I do too. A little dubbing up there.
Good day at school, Kel?
She's been a grouch all the way home. Can I take Scout over to Willie's?
We're about to eat supper. You and Scout just play in the backyard.
Scout.
What happened at school?
Nothing. I have homework to do.
After supper. You want to clear off your books and set the table?
Mom, I'm not hungry. I have to write this stupid report.
When is it due?
Tomorrow.
What did you say?
Tomorrow. Mom, I know. I should have started sooner, but I didn't. And if I don't get it done, Mrs. Jenkins is gonna flunk me.
This is for history class?
Medieval castles of Spain.
And you wonder why you're making us see Kelly? How many times have we asked?
Mom, I know. I'm sorry.
Get your stuff and get settled. We will tear your dad off the internet tonight, and you can look up all the Spanish castles you want to.
Dad is going to be so mad at me.
Yeah, but he'll get over it. Come on. We'll do this together. You can work on your paper, and I will work on my writing. Stop. Homework. Sit. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Don't kill me, but I have to cancel our walk tomorrow.
Oh, that's all right. I got my hands full here anyway. How's your first day?
Oh, not exactly what I thought.
Mom, I'm on the phone, Davis. Oh, lovely. My son has just brought me a bug.
It's bigger than Scout's nose.
Yes, I see that. Take him outside and let him go. And don't kill him, you hear me?
Things never change.
What?
I better go. I have a custody case you wouldn't believe.
Oh, you already got your first case?
Yep, my father's last case.
Oh, well, no pressure there. Forget walking. We'll just go straight for the scotch.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No. When I got out of law school, I practiced family law for a couple of years, and I remember how much I loved it and why I got out. The stakes are too high. I better go. Call you tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe we could get together.
How's the smoking coming?
Huh?
How's the smoking going?
Good. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Do you listen to classical music? Mama likes Lawrence Welk. I thought all white people had chandeliers with rose gardens and gazebos. I like this a lot better. I have to share it with my creepy sister. She's always putting on perfume. So if you smell something, that's it. This smells heavenly. It sure smells to high heaven, you ask me. Do you ever watch your sister put on makeup? Why'd I want to do that? To learn. Mama let me put on mascara the other day. I'm going to wear makeup all the time when I grow up. Every day. Mama says that's what ladies do. Well, Mama says the same thing. But I don't care. Boys don't have to wear makeup. Neither should we. Ready to go? Don't I get to meet your family? Huh? When's everyone coming home? I want to meet them. They're all sick. They're in the hospital. They're getting blood transfusions. Dada don't know what's wrong. All they know is that they might die. Then I have to move in with Grandma Otis. You want to go to Port Dixie? Come on, Rebel. Come on, Rebel. You're lying to me, Emmy. If we're going to be friends, you have to tell me the truth. You told me not to lie. Your daddy hates all colored people? Nope. Just said no coloreds come in his house unless they're working for him. They're not my rules, Renee. Don't get mad at me. Ow! Told you to hold your ear down. What's this called? Getting your hair pressed. Hold on, I gotta clean up your kitchen. My what? Your kitchen. It's the hair on the back of your neck. Y'all call it y'all's kitchen? That's what Mama calls it. You have to do this every single day? Every 2 or 3 days unless my hair gets wet. My brother says y'all wash y'all's hair in motor oil. What? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry about my parents, Renee. Did you tell them about me and me? Huh? Do they even know about me? Of course they do. They know all about you.
Oh, I like this picture you're drawing of the family, Ben. Who are the 3 people?
A mom, a dad, and a kid.
When I asked you to draw a picture of your family, you only drew 2 people.
It's just my mom and me. I don't have a dad.
I didn't have a father either. It isn't fun, is it?
Sometimes I'm sad. Usually it's okay.
Tell me about the times when you're sad.
At school sometimes. Oh, and one time on a fishing trip with Justin and his dad. Justin's my best friend.
What happened on the fishing trip?
We caught 7 fish, and mine was the biggest one. It was bigger than a football.
Whoa, that was a great trip. What made you sad?
That night, when we were looking at the stars, I got sad. I thought maybe if I had a dad, he would be fishing with us too.
Can I help?
Well, that's a tough one.
Are you saying that he should have parental rights?
Hell no, I think he should be castrated. But if we're talking only about what's good for Ben, I don't know, because I don't know what Davis would do without Collier.
He'd be fine so long as he had you.
No, it's different. Now, I can get out there and throw a baseball with him just like Collier. But little boys need their daddies. They just do.
There is no daddy here. Ben was conceived during a vicious, violent act. It nullifies everything. Is this you playing devil's advocate, or is this you?
A little of both. You said he's rehabilitated.
He says he's been rehabilitated.
What if he is?
I don't care if he is.
Well, you say he's never been in any other kind of trouble. Maybe this was just one horrible mistake.
Mistake? Rape is not a mistake. Rape is...
I know, a violent and vicious act, and I agree. And personally, I think all rapists should get the chair. But we do have a system of rehabilitation. Either you believe in it or you don't.
And you do?
No.
Then what are you saying?
I know your daddy believed in it. That people could change and ultimately do the right thing, and I think I was just thinking that you did too. That's all I'm saying.
Filing this lawsuit is proof this guy hasn't changed. It's still about power and control. And if my father didn't see that, my father was wrong.
Renee Jackson, you got that look on your face.
Oh, I'm just thinking.
Well, I have no doubt you'll win. You want me to come to court tomorrow, give you moral support?
No.
Too queer?
Yes.
Thought so.
Come on, Rebel. Drop it. Oh, good boy. Go and get it.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Hey, Daddy, catch.
Whoa. Hey, you playing a Pickaninny school play? What you do to your hair?
I know. You got struck by lightning.
Shut up, Johnny. Teresa's always trying out new hairdos.
Oh, my God. What did you do, Mary Elizabeth?
That's what I asked her. Hey, Shug, I hope you got me a highball ready.
You are such a retard. Did you get some color friend to do your hair like that?
What colored friend?
Huh?
Are you going over to Colored Town again? You taking her? I told you both to stay away from there.
Ain't taking her anywhere.
I mean what I say to you, boy.
I play ball with them, Daddy. I don't see why they should walk 3 miles after practice when I can drop them off. Takes me 10 minutes.
Hush, Matthew. Johnny, do you want the whole neighborhood to hear you? Teresa, go sit at the table.
Who did this to your hair?
Huh?
And don't you lie to me, girl.
I did it, Daddy. I was playing on Pickaninny, just like you said. What if I did have a colored friend?
You'll have plenty of friends your own color to play with. I don't want to discuss it, Mary Elizabeth.
Why? What's wrong with colors?
They're different than us, Sugar. Not any worse, not any better, just different. And if they'd stick with their own kind, things would be just fine.
What if my friend was really nice? What if she had good manners? Talk better than us, even.
Oh, Mary Elizabeth, they aren't any nicer than us. They're lazy and they steal. They're always dirty, and most of them have ringworm. It gets in that thick hair. It's like steel wool or something.
You ever thought Jesus may be colored?
What?
Ow!
I don't know where you're getting these ideas, but tomorrow you better bring your friends home to play. Do you understand me? Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
This paper does not deserve an F, Collier. I'm sorry, you read it. She did a great job.
She said I didn't do it.
What?
She said I didn't write it. It's too good, so I must have copied it from someone. You know I didn't, Mom. You saw me. I wrote every word of it.
Yes, you did.
You tell Mrs. Jenkins that, Kelly?
Yes.
What'd she say?
She gave me an F. She didn't believe me.
Well, can you blame her, Kelly? All year long, you've been skating by. If this paper is really good, no wonder she doesn't trust it. She can't trust you.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
She wrote that paper, Collier, and she deserves a better grade. This is not right. I'm going to see Mrs. Jenkins. I haven't told off a teacher since that bitch made Davis cry in kindergarten. This is gonna be fun.
She's lying, Suge. I know that girl. Something else is going on here.
Why?
Why? Because she has so much of you in her, it scares me, Mary Elizabeth. You don't even see it, do you?
He is the irrefutable biological father of the minor child and is prepared fully to meet his obligations, but he also wants to be granted his rights, Your Honor. Now, we feel that after you've seen all the evidence, we're confident that you will be convinced that an arrangement of shared custody is in the best interest of the child, who should not be denied a relationship with his father. Thank you.
Mr. Jackson, do you wish to make an opening statement at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. 8 years ago, this man raped my client, taking away from her the very essence of her freedom, her privacy, and her self-esteem. But she rose up from this extraordinary violation, put her life back together, and raised a beautiful, strong, healthy son. Now, after all these years, this man wants back in her life, not through force, but through this legal process. The DNA may show that he's the father, but the inquiry does not and cannot end there. The best interests of this child demand that this man be denied any parental rights.
All right. Call your first witness.
Petitioner calls Mr. Carter Trent to the stand, Your Honor.
Donna?
I feel sick.
Your Honor, may we have a short recess?
I'm sorry. I thought I was ready. I thought I could do this.
Donna, you can do this. Do you want to sit down for a minute?
I need to tell you something. If we lose, I have 2 plane tickets out of the country. Ben and I are gone.
That's a felony, Donna.
I don't care.
Listen to me. We'll talk about this if and when we even need to.
There's not going to be any talking. Trust Ben and I are gone. I don't care if they chase us for the rest of our lives. My son is never going to meet the man who raped me. Never.
Mr. Trent, did you have an alcohol problem when the rape occurred?
Yes.
And were you flunking out of school when the rape occurred?
Yes.
How has that changed today?
Well, I've been sober since that night, actually. And I finished school after I got out of prison. What I did was wrong. About as wrong as any person can be. But I've been in therapy for 5 years. And I can honestly tell you, the person that committed that crime is not in this room today.
Mr. Trent, what are your wishes with respect to your son?
I want to be his father. I want to know him, to help him grow up, to help him to never get off track like I did.
Oh, one last question. Would you ever harm your child?
Never.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination?
Your Honor, respondent waives crosses this time, but reserves the right to recall this witness.
Very well. You may step down. Mr. Boudreau, call your next witness.
We call Miss Donna Bishop and request permission to treat her as a hostile witness under the evidence code.
Granted.
Now, you have refused to allow my client any visitation with his son, right?
Yes?
Well, if Mr. Trent underwent more therapy, would that matter to you in allowing him access to the minor?
No.
If the visitations were monitored, would you allow him access to the minor?
No.
Well, if you yourself were monitoring the visitations, would that matter?
No.
Well, is there anything, Miss Bishop, that my client can do or offer that would satisfy you in any way to allow him a modicum of contact with his child?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor. I think we all understand Miss Bishop's unreasonable position.
I object, Your Honor.
Sustained. Miss Jackson, do you wish to redirect your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Bishop, do you love your son?
I love my son more than anything in the world.
Why won't you allow this man to see him?
Because I know what he's capable of.
Are you speaking of the violence that he's capable of?
Yes.
What happened on October 20th, 1990?
Mom!
Hi. Mom, what are you doing here?
I'm going to talk to Mrs. Jenkins.
Why?
Nobody calls my daughter a liar and a cheat and gets away with it.
Mom, it's okay. It's okay, really.
No, it's not. Come on, I'm going to get you the grade you deserve.
No, Mom, wait. I sort of already got the grade I deserve. I've been cheating all year.
What?
I've been copying Tracy's homework. That's why I'm making C's.
You've been copying Tracy's homework? Tracy, who cannot find her way from the driveway into our house without a map? Tracy?
Yes, ma'am.
So every one of those papers that I asked if you finish, you not only cheated, you lied to me?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you're still under oath?
Yes, sir.
You've testified that you've undergone extensive therapy in the hopes of understanding why you became a rapist. Is that correct?
Objection.
Overruled. Answer the question.
Yes. What I realized is I had control issues with women. That night with Donna, everything came to a boiling point, and I took it out on her.
So all year long, Mrs. Jenkins has been thinking you're a C student. No wonder she thinks you're lying about this paper.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you lying about this paper?
No, I promise. You were right there, Mom.
I wasn't there every second. How do I know you didn't cheat?
In your therapy, did you cover all of your past history of violence?
I don't have a history of violence. I had one incident of violence.
That's on the record.
Objection.
So do you see what happens when you lie, Kelly? People can't believe you when you really need them to. Why? Why, Kelly? You're such a good student.
Mom, it's Mrs. Jenkins. She hates me.
She doesn't hate you. She's just one of those teachers that every kid has to have so they can tell mean teacher stories in their old age.
I'm sorry, Mom.
You need to say that to Mrs. Jenkins.
Do I have to?
And the truth will set you free. I learned that a long time ago.
This is my friend Renee, Mama. Hello, Ms. O'Brien. Sure is nice to meet you. Is it okay if we play tetherball?
Tetherball. Renee, why don't you wait out in the backyard for Mary Elizabeth, okay? She'll be just a minute.
I'll be outside of me. Sure was nice to meet you, Ms. O'Brien.
You are in severe trouble, young lady. You deliberately lied to me.
She's my friend, Mama.
Do you know what your father would do if he saw her in this house?
Daddy don't mind if we have a colored dog in the house. Why is it any different?
What? Now that is just ridiculous.
Well, I think not liking someone just because they're colored is ridiculous.
Oh, you do you?
Yes, ma'am, I do. You told me not to lie. Telling the truth about how I feel.
Is there anything else you're lying about?
Huh?
I don't want you to ever feel like you have to lie to me, Mary Elizabeth. No matter what it is, all right? Now, you go on. Play in the backyard. I'll make you some sandwiches. But I want her long gone before your daddy comes home. Understand?
You are now planning on raising a son whose mother you abused and raped.
I'm not the same person.
Yes or no? You are now planning on raising a son whose mother you abused and raped.
Yes, but I already told you that this...
What are you planning on telling him about that abuse and rape, sir?
I would have to work through that with my therapist.
You're not answering my question. I want to know what you think you should tell him.
I don't know yet. I just
You don't know yet? You've testified that you thought long and hard before making this decision to become a part of your son's life, and that is the issue you don't know yet?
It wasn't missed. It just hasn't been decided.
Are you going to lie to your son?
I won't lie to my son.
Oh, then how do you plan on explaining to him what you've done?
When he's old enough to understand, I'll tell him the truth.
That you hate women?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
I don't hate women.
Just controlling women.
No.
Strong women.
I didn't
women
say
like
that.
me.
I would teach my son not to be put off by women like you, yes.
And what kind of woman is that, Mr. Trent? Huh? A woman like Donna Bishop? No further questions. The respondent rests, Your Honor.
We'll, take a 10-minute recess, and then I'll hear closing arguments.
You should have been there. Mrs. Jenkins tried to argue, but Mom let her have it.
I did not let her have it.
Well, you were great, Mom.
Well, what happened?
She has to make up all the papers she cheated on.
But I got an A on this one.
You ever gonna cheat again, young lady?
No, Grandma.
And we're not here to retry my client for rape, nor are we here to judge him. For if we would take away parental rights from all those who falter, I dare say that thousands and thousands of children would be orphans. We ask that you not shut the door between the child and his natural father, but rather open it wide so that the two of them can walk through it into a brighter and better future for the both of them. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Miss Jackson, you may close now.
A better future. A father and son walking through an open door into a better future. And what does this father say to his son when the truth slams that door shut? Son, I hate women, and so I raped your mother. This is in the best interest of the child on what planet, Your Honor? Or does this father lie to his son and deny the despicable truth, forcing the mother to deny in unison what has taken her years to come to terms with? And what will that lie be? Perhaps counsel could just meet and confer on the subject as we would have to do on visitation to decide what lie to tell this small, innocent child. And if we do this, Your Honor, do we not sanction rape? And what is the definition of rape? To seize and take away by force. And that is what this man is still trying to do. He wants to seize and take away the very evidence of his crime. And if we allow this, Your Honor, do we not forgive rape with all the sanctity of the legal system? Do we not then teach this child that it is not only okay to lie, it is indeed the right thing to do? How in the world can this be in the best interest of the child? Your Honor, this petition must be denied. We should know any minute now. The judge is going to make his ruling. You have time for a quick rosary?
Why don't you come over here? We're about to throw some burgers on the grill. Mom and Daddy are here. It's Renee.
You tell that girl I'm mad at her. She hasn't been by to see us since she got home.
And I have some legal questions I need to run by her.
Mama's mad at you and Daddy needs some legal advice. I think what they're saying is they'd love to see you.
His Honor beckons.
I gotta go.
When this case originally crossed my desk, I had the first of many difficult decisions to make. But I set the standard then, as I do today, on what is in the best interest of the child. Does he want a father? Yes. Does he want a strong male figure to teach him the secrets of fishing? Yes. Ben wants that and deserves that. Every child brought into this world deserves nothing less. It is their birthright. As a fatherless child myself, I'm well aware of the role a father plays in his child's life. I'm even more aware of the value of a good and decent parent. Donna Bishop has raised a wonderful son. And while she can't erase his heartache, she has somehow managed to soften it by the reality and the strength of a mother's love. Now, this court, I dare say any court in the land would be hard-pressed to find fault with such love. To jeopardize that, to entrust her wonderful boy in the hands of a man that I am convinced does not know the difference between the power of love and the power of force, would be another rape. This time court-sanctioned. The petition for shared custody is denied. The petition for visitation is also denied. That is all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I won.
I told you so, I told you so. Hey, everybody, look who's here. And the winner is...
Honey, look at this. Renee, come here, honey. So good to see you.